What's happening YouTube? Have I got a battle for you today? This was a battle I played a day or two ago against a 9-star silver. I am still an 8-star bronze, and I'll just show you a bit of the armies that we're facing. I've got 3 basically spear units, Nagis, 2 warrior monks, and a bulletproof samurai. The bulletproof samurai is not upgraded at all. The other 2 level 6 and level 4. I've got a matchlock Ashigara, which I think is vanilla, and a matchlock samurai, which is only level 2. Then I've got my Nodachi samurai level 7, and another one at level 6. Over here I've got 2 units of Great Guard and 2 units of Yari Cav. Great Guard aren't all that upgraded. Oh, there's a Fire Cav actually instead of one of the Yari Cav. The Yari Cav are pretty upgraded. Well, the only Yari Cav is upgraded. So I also have a Light Cav and a Katana Cav hidden over here as my little secret reserve, and I'm trying to bring this guy over this way, and I was hoping he'd come down this way or I could somehow get a surprise attack on him, but I'm unfortunately the other side of the battlefield. So now what I have noticed here, just put on slow-mo for a second, is that I was up here nicely hidden, and I should have remained hidden and moved slowly down, but he has a hidden unit capturing the shrine, and I wanted to take it out quickly. So in response, he's bringing down his troops. Now, what he's got a lot of cav, and he's got some, unfortunately, some pretty OP units. Units that I always hate. Heavy gunners, ridiculous. And where is it? Mounted gunners, my #1 hated unit. So I didn't really like his army, but the rest of it's fine. Lot of cav, so it's quite scary. He's got balanced cav force, which is interesting. He's got the spears of Shizukataki, which is very hard to say, which is interesting because originally there was only 7 of them, and there were like 7 famous generals in a battle. Here we got Naginata Mori Monk Cav, Katana Cav, and Yari Cav, and another Nagi Cav. Now his inventory force is very small. He's got this 1 mounted gunners unit, and then a bulletproof samurai and katana samurai, all very close together so he can protect with his bulletproof samurai. He's basically just got a pretty tough gun unit, and he's just backing it up. So this over here is quite a mistake, running down here and alerting him to what cav I've got. I could have continued to distract him at the top. Let's just see how this plays out. So I'm running down, I finally see his Waka Raiders, who are highly upgraded, and they're going for the forest, which is pretty smart, seeing he's already captured this. My charge into them is not all that successful because I'm in trees. And now he's coming down, so I'm in a pretty poor position really. I try to engage here and hold them with that 1 unit, and then to try to peel my other cav off and get around the side. Meanwhile, I'm moving up my main force over here as quickly as I can. So this is their peeling off to the side, and they're going to come and hit in the flank. But you can see, like, it's pretty easy to see who's going to win this one actually. He's got some really, really upgraded units there. They're all about, what, 6, 5, 6, and he's got these guys, these hero Yari Cav are fantastic. It's a great unit. So they're getting quite a load of kills. Even his Waka Raiders have gotten, look at this, 24 kills. That's unreal. That's why you don't charge cav in through forest. Look at that. Look at that mess. He just completely ravaged me. So I'm losing pretty quickly there, but I am in a better position. Now here I make another critical error. I've got my matchlock units, and I was intending for them to just attack down this way, but one of them decides to peel off on its own. God knows how they think that that's a good idea, but the computer decides that that's the quickest route. And meanwhile I'm bringing my spear units down. But now I've got to deal with this part of his army. He's got his mounted gunners coming up. And his monk cav. He's got his katana cav in here too as well. Quite like the fact that he's got all these different units. It's a great mix. And here he does a great move. Look at this. I didn't realise these guys were here until well, it was well too late. And then he just comes in and absolutely pwns them. Look at this rippage. Oh, that looks fantastic. It's just a shame it's his men ripping mine. So you can see I'm already in a really, really bad way. He's completely nailed that unit. He's nailed my cav pretty badly. I'm trying to get out of the combat so I can save the matchlocks. And now down here, he had another what he had is he had 2 units. He's got his general, and he had a Nagi warrior monk cav unit coming down. And I tried to stop them with my my own Nagi warrior monks, but they got past, and they absolutely rip up my other matchlock unit, which is really unfortunate. That's just a mess. Look at that, they've lost 20 men already. So now over here he's engaged this unit, and he's a combat general. So he's lost 2 guys and 3 guys, and he's killed, I don't know how many, 20. That's pretty scary against the Nagi unit. So we're locked up in a pretty tight battle here. The Wako Raiders just still not dying. All these guys over here just still engaged. I'm sort of caught in between a rock and a hard place, really. I've got my Katana Cav unit there, but I don't want to bring them out yet. He's peppering these guys. And this is again why I don't like mounted gunners. Look at the range they've got. And look at how many guys they're killing. They've just killed almost 20 guys from a bulletproof samurai. Well, apparently bulletproof, not really. And when in actual fact, in order to accurately hit on a horse with a gun like that, you'd have to ride right up to him and then shoot, and then about, I don't know, 10 minutes later you'd have a gun ready. So here I bring my light cav into play, trying to engage him. You can see my warrior monks are really suffering. They're getting completely pwned by these different units, but they're at least taking some sort of hits down. Matchlock Ashigara broken and running. His Avatar's bodyguard is pretty well slamming. But now I'm trying to pin him, you see. I charge my general down at him, and I'm charging my other units. Here's another reason why I don't like heavy gunners. I run past, and that's a good move on his part. I think pretty much any unit would have pretty devastated them, but look at that.
Our entire unit has perished, my lord!
That is ridiculous. I just want to say that's just absolutely absurd.
Our general is in
so anyway, they die.
danger, my lord!
To be honest, I should have paid more attention to them anyway. And it's a good move on his part. But here I managed to at least pin his general. My general's not a combat general, but he's got some combat statistics. Well, pretty good actually. 29 melee attack, 14 defense. That's not bad, eh? He's an all-rounder. He's got bow, just unupgraded. And yeah, he's got a little bit of something going from on every different area. He's good at something, though he's not specialized necessarily, except in maybe in leader. So now I've been wiped out up there. I was dead afraid of him getting away, but I managed to wipe out his general, which was a great little maneuver. And now look at these guys. These Waka Raiders are still going. So tough. Well, right up until that point anyway. See, I love that. Fantastic. See, leadership general is good, but combat general is just so much fun. Even though I'm not actually a combat general. He's got his spears of Shizukataki in there, and I'm trying to get away from them, but I can actually potentially take them out. So now his main unit's coming down, obviously. And the main one I'm worried about is just these gunners. I'm not really worried about the rest.
Units have been discovered, my lord.
Heavy gunners are bad, but again, they're an infantry unit, you can catch them. These little guys, who just do the good old kiting tactic, that's pretty lame. So I'm heading down now. Managed to wipe out them with my general, nonetheless. No less, there you go, no less. And now I'm heading for the trees. Luckily my Matchlock Ashigaru managed to return. And so now I'm heading back, but Look at these poor guys. Hate to be these guys. There you go. I thought more than them died, but there you go. Now my katana cav I managed to bring up, and this is usually when I like to use it well advanced in the battle, when no one has thought that I'd have cav left and they've used all their cav. Boom! And now a tactic I have learnt is just to immediately peel off. Straight away, you don't wait at all, just immediately get out of there. That allows you to really make an effective hammer and anvil. Look at that though, I got about 50 kills. Oh, look at that. 60 odd kills. But they've lost a few men on that last part, and now they're getting peppered pretty badly. Again, like, look at that range against moving targets. At least he's killing some of his own men. So now what I'm hoping is that my matchlocks can do something. I've still got my katanas alive. My katana cavalry, that's my real saving grace at this point in time. Not all that accurate, these chaps.
Our hidden units have been discovered, my lord.
Oh. They still get in, and I intercept, and it's a bit messy, but oh, look at this. Ah, ridiculous. So now, unfortunately, my general is so far depleted. He's got a bow, which is great to use against the mounted gunners. It's one of my only weapons I got against them. But I haven't got enough men to really cause much damage. And bow units suck generally anyway, sadly. Yeah, see, how many guys are in my general's unit? There's 13 men. It's just not enough to really do much. That means that if there are 13 gunners, they could do something. How many? These guys only got about 60 kills, but I'll tell you, left to rack up a bit of a kill count, they could do so much damage. And a high rate of fire, particularly. Relatively. So yes, I'm not really a big fan. Over here, he's got his bulletproof samurai, and I have my Yari samurai, and they're generally better in most regards. 15, 14, and 12, 17. So it's kind of similar, but I got numbers, and I've peeled around this way to get him in the back, and I've now got my katana cav coming back around to get those gunners. But look at the carnage that these gunners cause when it hits. At least I got some cover from the buildings. But look at that, like a single bullet will take out like 4 or 5 guys. Anyway, never mind. I should stop going on about him.
Our men are running from the battlefield. Shameful display.
So he manages to pretty well scare the hell out of my general, even though he hasn't really killed anybody. Problem about guns, but here's a crucial error. So now my katana cavs are running around them. I managed to get these guys in combat. Now at this stage in the game, that is a killer of a move, and all I got to do is just to keep trying to make him break, and which he does. And there you go. So a bit of luck on my part. It was all over right at the beginning, and somehow managed to bring it back. Lessons to learn is, one was not to give away the advantage of surprise, to actually move down there and be patient, not to rush for the building. Definitely don't attack an infantry unit in the trees. Peel off if you're going to get smashed, and pay more attention to your matchlocks. Those are some lessons to learn. The reserve katana cav really did save the day for me. And if the light cav had been kept alive a bit longer, they could have proved very useful rather than just committing them straight away. So there you go, I actually had more losses than him and I had a larger army, because he had a largely cav army. It was a really tough army, and I would have thought it would have been a great army if he didn't have particularly those mounted gunners. But yeah, good game anyway.